All right, guys, what is up? Not 11:11 on the clock. 11:11 on the clock when we start. Come on in. How are you feel? That's supposed to be like, come on in. It looked a little creepy. How are you guys feeling? How are you doing? Let's load the full moon chart. I wanted to tap in before I started working on personal readings, one-on-one astrology. How are you doing? I got some hot coffee. I'm gonna load this chart. How are you feeling? It is a very powerful Taurus. Sorry, I'm trying to load this chart. Taurus, Scorpio axis. Taurus Scorpio axis is so powerful. Very, very powerful fixed energy because also emits this fixed energy dance. Y'all know we've been doing it. We've been doing that fixed energy dance in Taurus season. And I think that it's so important not to miss your strong foundations. We keep talking about that. We've had this ongoing metaphor since that big grand cross. You're either, Spirit is reminding me of the whole, I'm being reminded of that whole, you're going to be I'm hearing, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. You know, like that cinematic redone version where it's like, that's what I'm hearing. About like how we were talking about in the Grand Cross, you guys, of you're either going to be in the ring fighting because you done got pulled out in the ring. That's not a good place to be this year. No, it's not. In a Virgo ruled year, you do not want to get pulled up out of your alignment. You want to be focused. You want to be on your hermit game, on your energy. Attunement. I hear energy attunement. Are we writing, Spirit? We are. Plus, also, I ran out of toner, you guys. I printed this big batch of labels for my shipments. And I don't have no toner. Okay. It's one of those things. You know how you have those things? Wow. Did I originally load that chart at 11:11 yesterday? For real? Because it's portal time. Remember how, was it a collective reading, you guys? May, it is the flower moon. It is also the Scorpio. This is later in the evening. Isn't this moon? Yeah. Child. Hold on, did I load the wrong one? No. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. And I just noticed something in the background. What was that? I just saw it though. It was 111 likes. Full Scorpio full moon, May flower moon. 11:11, 111. Yeah, we were channeling in a reading. Dang, y'all. Oh yeah, protect the portals, protect your portals. And then it kept coming through in the personal reads as well. Yeah, so here we are, you guys. It is Monday. Oh, no, it's not later in the evening. Why was I thinking that? It's more like lunchtime. That the full moon will be peak close to 1 p.m. Eastern time, like 12:50, 12:55, something like that. And of course, you know how I feel that the 24 hours leading up to the full moon, the 24 hours following the waning of the full moon, they're very powerful. But of course, you know, the full moon in Scorpio is such a deep, that fixed water, again, dancing with this energy of Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto, Mars, the Scorpio, this intensity. Some good hot coffee today. And then we have Mars and Leo as well, right? And Sun and Taurus. So shout out to my fixed signs. Hello. Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Yeah. I'm going to write fixed signs. You're going to be feeling this. No lie, for real. We're feeling it. It's like the layers of intensity keep gathering. Is that what I'm trying to say? Spirit is again taking me back to the metaphor of da-da-da, builds his house up. We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding. We're finding stability. We've been doing a lot of emotional work. Here you might find yourself in the intensity of the emotional work as well. But I'm coming back to this building. And I always think of, like, you know, if you called in a contracting team in the energetic or the astrals, that would be your fixed signs. And they all have their different strengths and weaknesses, correct? But the fixed signs about to come in there is gang. They've been in the gym. They got the muscle. They're going to build and institute, like, this is how we're going to be doing shit today. You know what I mean? Every sign, every part of the zodiac wheel, and yes, you all have different parts of all of these archetypes woven within, like, the tapestry of this incarnation for your soul, for sure. But I'm just saying, energetically, fixed signs, it's like calling in fixed signs team, and they come in and they're like the management team, the hey, what is it, like, you know, hey, we need some trainers to come and train everyone on these new programs, or hey, we need some strong contractors to come out and lay up these new support beams on this foundation. This is fixed signs. And granted, we are really stubborn, you know, because sometimes we got to get the fuck out of the way. And then cardinal signs blaze a trail, or mutable signs come in. We all have our strengths. But I'm just saying, shout out to the fixed signs. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. What is it? Walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Okay, but we got work to do. This is what it is. I really love this full moon. I will love to remind you, and I don't want to misquote myself, but I haven't thought about this. But this is what we call the Wesak, or the Wesak, however you want to pronounce that. If you do yoga, I love yoga, but I love a little bit of all of the foundations of belief systems, right? I'm not a religious person. I don't really enjoy. We won't get into that. You know what I mean? That's my own personal perspective. But listen, Buddhists observe the full moon of Taurus as the Wesak full moon. Many people who are not even, you know, traditionally, oh, I'm a practicing Buddhist, you know, they honor the Buddha. A lot of people who honored the Christ consciousness also felt that it was like a brotherhood of energies between the Buddha and the Christ, the Christos, the consciousness, however you would like to say. I'm sure we all understand what we mean. It's a beautiful full moon. And what I'm saying is, some meditate specifically on this moon, Visak or Wesak, this full moon in Taurus season in May. This energy ripples around the world, where it's like we pray that all beings would know the spiritual abundance. We all unite and pray that all beings would know unity and peace. And, you know, we do these mantras, we do these prayers. A beautiful time, anytime this week, really, especially if you can do it today or tomorrow in the peak of that energy. You know, even if you just maybe... What I'm seeing is like beautiful flowers. Maybe you go out, or maybe, hey, maybe you're a mother. Blessed be all the mothers, you know what I'm saying? Including our Mother Earth. We touched on that in our last reading. Those cards came through. Maybe you have a flower of some kind, you know what I'm saying? And you just light a simple candle and you meditate, and maybe you write down. Maybe you do well when you write mantras for peace and unity and spiritual blessings of abundance, wishing that the best and highest good of all timelines comes into convergence, and that we are able to build that together on new foundations. There's so many different ways. So you can look up either VESAK or WESAK if you're curious. It's just a very auspicious, spiritually blessed time. If you are doing abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, manifestations, rituals, or whatever work on this full moon, even spiritual baths and just seeking higher blessing. I'm hearing that. Bring me a higher love. That's coming through. Let me write this down for you guys. Wesak. Again, that may be spelled with a V. That's a great one to think about for the full moon in Taurus. Absolutely very beautiful. What I'm feeling into is this is a huge... I've already touched on, we did it a lot in the last... Spirit had us go in there a lot, right? In the last collective message to revisit the North Node axis. Remember, we were talking about 2022, 2023, North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. We wrapped up that time, and then we shifted into the North Node in Aries. But was it? I think that was the order. Hopefully, am I out of order with that? I may be one behind. But anyway, check that out. It may be resonant for you. This full moon in Scorpio may be wrapping up what was a very powerful time, and perhaps things that started or ended. I don't know. I'm hearing either way in the year of 2022. We may see reverberations of like closing out of big cycles. It doesn't have to be. Maybe just for some it will resonate. There's a lot of liberation under the Scorpio full moon. It's very, very powerful, I think, in the midst of having all these fixed signs come together. And again, like I said, Spirit was taking me back to that reference of don't be at the top of the pyramid, right? Be at the top of Machu Picchu. It makes me think of the high, exalted, energetic vibration of Scorpio archetype, which is the eagle. And I hear that sound the eagle makes. I'm not going to try to make it, child, Lord. You're like busted my earbud straight out my ears. Listen, it's like this call of clarity. But then I go back to the fact that I have, I'm going to read it. I pulled this for myself yesterday, but it's so appropriate because the Phoenix is associated with the evolutionary process of Scorpionic energy. I will remind you that last year was an 8th year. Evolution of I'm hearing this, 8th house. So check out your 8th house. That's going to be resonant anytime we're in a moon in Scorpio. Hold on, let me refresh this page. It's so interesting to me that like everything in their mama going on is opposite the moon in Scorpio right now. Black Moon Lilith is over there chilling with her. Ooh, it's not a conjunction at all. They're not close, but they are in Scorpio together. Why am I hearing imagine you and me and you? None are me and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice. I can't. But you know what it's like? And it's like, what would that be? Like a record? You know what I mean? This is how I hear it in my head. Dun, 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 dun. But it's like someone keeps trying to put the record back on. Ba, 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 like, ba, ba. They can't get it to play. Okay, what is this, Spirit? This is coming through. Multiple layers. Don't try to keep playing this record out. It's not, it's over, it's done. It's giving like, that's over. Don't play that song anymore. Don't play that tape in your, was it AA, NAs? They used to, yes, that was my childhood. Love and light, right? Hey, at least someone was trying to evolve. You know what I mean? This has like a faded energy as well. No matter how they toss the dice, it's meant to be. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yes, going back to it's many different ways. There's different layers. You know, you can't keep playing that tape out in your head. Play the tape. How does that go? How does that end out? Okay, I'm hearing that. I really feel that this all falls into the category of 8th house work, but there's such a profound level of emotional clarity, of emotional, again, we have Saturn right there on the last degree points of Pisces. Emotional maturity, endings, to prepare for new beginnings. Neptune has gone ahead, already in Aries, but this Saturn and this North Node in Pisces. Remember, people love to, and love and light, okay, is with respect, but let's say what it is. People love to sit in that really comfortable, really dreamy, very, it's almost too much of 7 of Cups. Okay, Saturn is saying like, we about to wrap this shit in Pisces up. Okay, Saturn's like, I came to do what I need to do in Pisces. Y'all know it's not like my strongest placement, but we did what we needed to do. All right, it's almost like, okay, the way that I'm tapped into Saturn is like, Saturn is saying, hey guys, okay, you're going to have to come back. Of course, remember we have Sun in Taurus, 22 degrees. We have Uranus in Taurus. They're pretty close. Almost, pretty close to being conjunct, 4 degrees apart. Probably soon to be closer than that. We have the necessary grounding. We might also find in unexpected ways that we're way more grounded than we thought. And it's almost like, thank you. Of course, yes, we need the time. We need the dream. We need the vision. We were dipping. We were swimming. We were ducking and diving between realities and convergences. And it's almost like there were, how do we say, there were many things swimming through loopholes for a time. Because it's 2 vibrations. On the one hand, Saturn is like, go on ahead. I'm going to see how far you're going to swim with this shit. You know what I mean? Okay, love and light. On the other hand, though, Saturn was like, I'm trying to give you time. I'm trying to give you time on the left side curtain. It's about to be your time to walk out and go. Remember when we were channeling that? That was before Pluto went into Aquarius, and it was this visualization of they're about to tear down the holodeck, and a whole new stage is going to be set up, and it's going to be like, you've been practicing this dance for so long, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and go. And we've been practicing certain things in dance. It's almost like I'm hearing you practice for this embodiment. Your higher self has been helping you practice. Yes, you practice for this. Imagine me. What the heck? Y'all know the Beatles stay coming through over here. What was that one song we got stuck on? Once there was a way to get back home again. Why is that coming through? Once there was a way. Okay, I'm channeling it from Sing because that movie got played on loop, of course. If you know, you know. But the beat, golden slumbers, don't close your eyes. What is it? And I will sing a lullaby. Golden slumbers. But also, I can't. Is that the Beatles? Y'all not tripping? Okay, anyway. It's also giving like people are not digesting well the realities that they don't get to cling to anymore. Be that other people. Be that. I'm seeing it's almost like people getting yanked down up out of, okay, we got it. Okay, hello. Spiritual love and light, healing of the inner child. All those things are great. Like, it's very Taurus-y. Okay, mind you, we've got almost not quite 4 placements. We got 3 Taurus influences during this full moon chart. But also, Scorpio ain't no BS either. That's fixed water. That is not, I have my head in the clouds. That's not. Actually, I'm real tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to what the fuck is going on in the emotional and vibrational waters of this present space. But it's almost feeling like getting snatched down and saying, hey, like, yes, we love a good North Node Pisces. We appreciate everything that big Pisces stellium and all those things. Where it felt like we were damn near Pisces double season there. I mean, we went through Aries, but like, woo, child, it was a lot. And now I feel like a lot of the Aries energy has been also catching back up with us in Taurus season. Very interesting how that may feel to you in your experience and your embodiment. But yeah, it's put, come on down and put your feet on the ground. Again, not to be confused with let's go ahead and start moving really fast to look like we have something important to do. No, we are filled with intention and new inspired purpose, right? And we know that all the whole last time I thought that running around looking like this over here meant abundance to me, but it doesn't. And because I've reset that Venus cycle, I'm down now. I'm sitting with all these feelings. You know what I mean? And I see it as like this High Priestess card, but it is the Phoenix. It's like the High Priestess sitting, but this Phoenix is rising behind her. Summoned, your flesh rises from the ashes and into the expansive flame of your soul. What? That's very powerful. I'll put the book back away. Hold on. And it's like she has a veil, but it's sheen. It's, what am I saying? It's sheer. So she knew this whole time that she could see through the veil. I mean, is the veil there, so to speak? Yeah, but it's always thin. She could always see past it. This High Priestess is understanding, very full moon in Scorpio, right? That, oh, I'm liberating myself. Oh, I'm about to liberate the fuck out of myself, like so heavily. This is how I hear it. It's like nobody will ever put baby in a corner again. You heard what I said. It's coming through like this. And I'm just hearing that. Once there was a way to get back home again. Once there was a way. And I will sing a lullaby. Look at that tiny little bee. Golden slumbers. You guys. There's this huge opportunity of a moment. And it's like radical. It's like you see it, them, they, the situation, right? You have to take it as you will in your own personal intuition and knowing yourself and your where you're at on your journey right now. It's this huge transformation with this full moon. And all of the fixed signs are really, really working hard in our favor. Because it's like, we're not staying stuck here anymore. We're not. We are so fucking not. And we're going to rebuild. That doesn't mean that we swim the rest of the year in this like Pisces dream. I do love the North Node in Pisces. And I'll tell you, it's for different reasons. It's not, everybody's like, Pisces is so spiritual. And it is. But Pisces is also heavy endings. We got to end it. We've got to wash the end of that cycle all the way out. Do you know how to end things? Do you know how to close things? Because how will you ever converge? And we all must, on a macro way, do our individual convergence onto the new timelines to build the foundations, because that's how the collective does it together. We do it together because we each showed up to work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hello, we complete the group project because we didn't make that one fixed sign or whoever it was, right? Love and light. I don't know. I'm not pigeonholing all fixed signs. I love a good Virgo in a group project too. Okay, shoot, throw me any earth sign really, because we're going to do work together, but I digress. I really do love my earth signs, but listen, we got to do that work. Okay, it doesn't, I think a big mistake in perspective. This is my opinion, right? Take it or leave it. You got to follow your own intuition and your own path. There's such a big emotional detox really going on right now, okay? And it's intense. And we've got a huge Taurus sun, like bam, illumination. We're grounding back in, embodiment. Remember we kept saying we're grafting parts of our life body on. All this, right? We've been doing this work. Trying to get y'all looking like a right, healthy, beautiful oak tree over here. About to grow a brand new garden. You ain't ever seen this kind of garden. You know what I mean? We doing it together. We all got our little mini gardens. We're gonna come together. This is like an astral vibe right now, but we're gonna start seeing it. You probably already have if you know how to look. If you take off your propaganda glasses, okay? Love and light. I love you so much, okay? We got to keep evolving, but here's what I'm saying. You got to sit back down into your body And people are like, well, I have free will. No, you did incarnate to be human. That's like trying to say, let's negotiate the Constitution. Bless, we are not going to get derailed. Ooh-wee, Pluto and Aquarius. Y'all, it's just getting started. Listen, though. Listen, Linda. You did agree to come and incarnate to experience this as a human being. So that means that being, hello, the being is a big part, and that requires embodiment. That's a tangible experience. That's commitment to cycles. You know, Saturn ain't going anywhere anytime soon. This is how time and karma. I mean, yes. And now let me tell you, Pluto and Aquarius, because you know your girl over here, Aquarius stellium, right? Pluto, we are, and I've said this before, we are ascending, we are evolving, we are growing in what it means energetically and experientially, how can we say? What we do and don't want, we're going to enter into, you know, a new golden age, and all these things are coming down the pipe. We are changing and ascending, essentially, what it means to be in this human experience. But child, we still going to be in a body. We still going to have to do hard work together. We're still rebuilding big foundations together, okay? Together. Shout out to my OG Gen X. Y'all, I hate this term so much, my elder millennials, my millennial. Y'all, that's us. We up, like, it's us up to bat. You know, and so the work that we've been doing, what we've been processing, there's a lot of cathartic release. This is a very, very important moment in alchemy, this full moon is. We do have an opposition to Uranus and Taurus. And I love it. Look, that's my co-ruler, okay? Saturn is my OG dad, okay? And he lets me know. Okay, but Uranus is a co-ruler of astrology as well. And, we do love a good shock, don't we now? It's the best way to awaken people, I'm telling you. Awaken energy, to reroute a frequency, do something unexpected, make a sudden change. Okay? The best way to shake that shit up is to be unpredictable. And that's what we know. We know over here in Aquarius. I love that the opposition with Uranus kind of brings this, like, I don't know, I'm hearing it's electric. Let me write down for y'all. You can, it's electric. Opposition, Uranus and Taurus. There's an electric current grounding down, okay? There's this, I've got to break free. I'm hearing that too. We're breaking free. We're using some sort of current. We're running it through as we have grafted these different parts of our new light body, what the energy has been doing within us, which will then ripple outside of us. But look, I mean, a full moon in Scorpio is already tense. Okay, but with Pluto and Aquarius, full moon in Scorpio, all the big signs. I know, listen, somatic, look, this is what I've been doing. Rubbing my heart chakra, my chest, somatic tapping, Kundalini, you know, breath work, box breath, a lot of different things to help. I know y'all got to be, you're feeling the anxiety, the surge, the frequency, the shift, which is rippling out through collective awakening. Woo! It's like you just got to breathe it out, you know, in through the mouth or out through the nose or whatever, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We need to do these things. We definitely need to, again, still with Mars in Leo. Let's glance at that. I don't know why. I feel called. What's Mars? Mars, what's going on? Let's look at Mars. Ooh, interesting, because Lilith is in Scorpio like the moon. And Lilith is squaring Mars and Leo. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? I thought I saw. Oh, Mars is trining Venus. Okay, trining Venus. Interesting. I think we could definitely still be feeling the ripple of the after effects of that last opposition, right? Between Pluto and Aquarius and Mars. that whole dance. But yeah, I'm saying move your body, do your meditative work, somatic tapping, dance movement, qigong, yoga, stretching positions, the fascia, the vagus nerve. We need to be working with these because we can be carrying a lot of residual debris from these shocks, these changes, these transformative points, these emotions that want to detox, these transformational points that are feeling really intense. Alchemy, transmuting emotional alchemy. Let's write that down. I've got to break free. But this is a huge, huge portal going back to, because Spirit is bringing me back to hearing the toss the dice. Okay, it's like you cannot go back, and it's the portals. It's the portals again. 1111. You know how I call the Four of Wands my 1111 card? We're not going back. You cannot renege on the South Node in Libra homework. Hello, Spirit is bringing us back. We are now in the territory of South Node and Karma homework. Child, I said karma. I sure meant to say Virgo. What the hell? I'm sorry. Okay, Spirit, noted. Child, maybe somebody has what? South Node and Karma. Okay. I mean, I get it, but it's funny. South Node in Virgo is going to ask you, like, what things are you repeating in your daily routine? You gotta choose differently. You can't go back on that app every day to look at them. You can't, if you want a new career, you're manifesting a new goal. You can't keep going back and applying for jobs that take you back in the past. Or we could use this in so many different examples, right? If you're wanting to grow and evolve, you have to push yourself to make different choices. And that means you have to nail them down. Remember, what is it? Oh, it takes 21 days. The body loves homeostasis. So we have to push it in order to grow and evolve. Now, I also feel that some people might have done a lot of this work, and at this point in this hermit year, in this Virgo, they may find themselves being more of like what am I seeing? Like an energetic stakeholder holding down the corners, the pillars, the foundation holders. They've already kind of went ahead, and now they're in a more fixed place. And I think some people might surprise others by saying, actually, I'm going to step over here and I'm going to be working in this room for a few years and I'm stamping down my claim here. And they're like, what? Oh, I don't know. Like, but you've been a teacher for 20 years. What do you mean you're going to do Reiki healing? Or what do you mean you're going to travel and consult? Like, you've been a Reiki healer for 10 years. It's just going to be change. Because I think people are realigning with different values. They're honoring their authenticity. People are also wanting to find security in different things. People are seeking also like a lot of freedom. It's just sudden shifts. I can also see, like, hear me out, the people who have not, love and light, souls on their journey who have not come to a place where it was either time to do their shadow work and face their traumas and do this 8th house work. We had a great opportunity last year in an 8th year because the underbelly of that card, we talked about that, right? The underbelly of last year being this big, powerful, magnetic, beautiful Leo 8 year was that it was also an 8th house year, which is like, have you checked your closet? Oh my gosh, I love how you're turning everything to, what is that? The Midas touch. Oh, I love your Midas touch. Can we see the back of your closet? No. Just look at this golden goose. No. Yeah, but I just thought, wouldn't it be a Virgo too, y'all? It's a Virgo year. Yeah, but I just thought, Bright, like pushing her librarian glasses up on here. Yeah, it says here on my notepad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love your golden goose. That's so great. Oh, everything in here. It is so gold. Wow. Love that for you. So yeah, you're on the list according to my boss. Pluto, yeah, it looks like you owe a debt and we need to check your closet. Okay, that's so Virgo. Virgo librarian, remember us channeling that? Um, yeah, if you could just, I need to clear your ticket. What is that? Let me just scooch in here. We've been trying to contact you. Okay, that's what it's giving. If you have just refused to do your self-awakening, self-awareness work, if you're not really trying to integrate or even face anything, right? And look, everyone has a different axis, a different soul incarnation, different agreements, different energetics, different wounds. I feel it. I get it. I mean, I've been in different cycles myself. Why would I wouldn't. Okay, but I'm just saying, with the tension, with the emotional buildup, with the things that are trying to release themselves, with the shit, it's like a restlessness, and this urge, like, oh my God, you can't keep stuffing me down anymore. You know what I mean? Some people may find it like, what am I trying to say? Spirit, help me. Some people may find themselves at an axis of feeling like I've got to break free. And they feel like, wow, I have this awakening. Oh my gosh, it's a breakthrough. I know exactly what path I need to cross now. Everything is changing, but it's beautiful. Now look, child. Some people might say, what am I here? Oh my God. Okay, y'all. Some people are like, I'm having a breakdown. I am having a breakdown. And it's necessary, right? We all are on the path. We awaken from 3D, more of crossing those lines and those frequencies between 3D to 4D. Some find themselves settling into understanding and tapering off. What? Tapping into, child, that's what I was trying to say, tapping into what it is more in the 4D and the fixed energies and the polarities and the good and evil and the sacred geometry and the energetics and the like, oh shit, you mean I can actually cast a spell and projections, child, all that. Look, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? It's not all bad in the 4D. It's a fun place to play. And then evolving again on the higher tier and the upper frequencies of fourth dimension, moving into fifth dimension. Some are already residing heavily in fifth dimensional thinking and energetics and spirit guides and astral experiences and a lot of things, right? Okay, so it's hard. It's hard because some people are very on the 3D in that boxing match trying to evolve and having just woken up, having just even understood that they can profoundly connect, right? North Node in Pisces. There's a lot of shifting. The shift is hitting the fan. Okay, it really is. We have Jupiter in Gemini, Chiron in Aries kind of dancing in this mix. Yeah. We are completely re-understanding how we want to connect with our emotions and what we've learned. What have we learned? Please don't miss this. Also, this Wesak, this flower, this opening, this blossoming, this transformation of freedom, this emotional alchemy, this moon prefacing at the end of the month, Saturn's again. That's it, bitch. 29 and a half. You might as well say 30 years of cycles. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. We've been singing the song, child. We about to graduate. And then it's like, it's time. It's very much time. I kept seeing, I'm hearing a song. So heavy, heavy in my arms. Is that Florence? Because I'm seeing someone drown, head underwater. Head underwater. Okay, hold on. Whoa, it's a lot of songs. The psychic, the vision, like the messages, it's been crazy with this full moon, you guys. Heavy in I'm hearing the song so loud in my head. I know it's Florence, right? What are all the lyrics? I'm so heavy, heavy in your arms. Yeah. Ooh. I was a heavy heart to carry. My beloved was weighed down. My arms around his neck, my fingers laced a crown. I was a heavy heart to carry. My feet dragged across the ground. He took me to the river where he slowly let me drown. My love has concrete feet. My love's an iron ball wrapped around your ankles over the waterfall. I'm I'm so heavy, heavy in your arms. Yes. And is it worth the wait, all this killing time? Are you strong enough to stand protecting both your heart and mind? Who is the betrayer? Who's the killer in the crowd? The one who creeps in corridors and doesn't make a sound. My love has concrete feet. Oh, you gotta go listen to this song. This will be my last confession. I love you never felt like any blessing. Whisper it. Oh, man. Spirit, why is this coming through, though? Whoa. Oh, it's such a good song. Why is Google suggesting Twilight Saga The Eclipse? Heavy in your arms. I was a heavy heart to carry. My beloved was way down. Oh, you gotta listen. It's such a good song. Child. But this is like you with you. Do you feel what I'm saying? You with your demons, you with your shadows, that dance of saying, I don't know, it's like swimming up to the top. I thought someone else was, how do we say? Spirit showing me, I thought someone else was pushing my head underwater, but I had to go down, which is very Scorpio. Damn, right? Fix water. I always say that Scorpio energetically gives me the vibration of, I know it's the Scorpion, which is the lowest frequency, by the way. A very necessary one for survival. But ideally, you're evolving up through the Scorpion, up through more of like a snake, and then like this divine phoenix. Ultimately, you end up at the eagle. It's a very complex frequency with Scorpio. Very, very. You know what I'm saying? But I always also get like this Leviathan, this Tiamat, mother of dragons, like who secretly has resided all this time at the bottom of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Why am I seeing the scene where Moana in the second movie and it's like her ancestors revived her? Wasn't she at the bottom of the ocean? They were in this portal. Whoa, we were talking about portals. Heavy in your arms. Man, there's such a strong message. And I get it because Scorpio axis is so emotional, is very much deeply rooted in the traumas. We do still have Chiron and Aries, by the way. Maybe you feel led to go check out your Chiron placement. You can check on my website. I do those readings. It's a very important placement to understand. But it is like we have to stop building relational dynamics, foundational dynamics, hearts, dreams, vision, goals. We've done all this work to clear out and reset our Venus, our self-worth, our heart space. We're in this new Venus cycle. We've got to, we're laying all these new foundations, right? We're doing all of this new shit. Even Pluto and Aquarius is like blasting out all of these obstacles for us energetically, redistributing everything, disclosing so much to us so that we can reclaim our power. Okay, we cannot let these wounds, these fears, these codependencies, this I'm hiding from rejection, I'm running all these old narrative, these programs. I'm seeing Jupiter and Gemini. We're trying to get rid of old software and run new software. I read somewhere, what they call it? A boomerang. It's like a type of yod placement. In astrology, that's a term, right? What was it? Sun and Uranus, resolution points, a boomerang yod. They are the opposition of the focal point in a yod, which will give you clues on how to resolve tension, indicated by what's dancing around the moon. Interesting. Anyway, I was fascinated by them calling it a boomerang yod, and I didn't know what that meant. What it means is the tension that's happening is teaching you to challenge yourself where you feel uncomfortable with being your true self. I hope that makes sense. The Sun in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, with this full moon in Scorpio, are dancing together to like teach you. You're unique for a reason. You need to start feeling comfortable in that. You've got to walk. You can go your own way. What else did we channel? Heavy in your arms. Golden Slumber. I remember, dang, what was the first song, y'all, by the Beatles? Man, it played on loop. Oh, Imagine Me. I can't see it. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na, na-na-na-na. Oh, it wasn't the Beatles, y'all. What? The Turtles. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who they are. Imagine me and you. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, it's called Happy Together. It's you with you though. Spirit keeps saying that. It's you with you. There's also this odd 4D like battle it out vibrational like if I can't have you, no one can. Destiny swapping, like, well, I'm just going to keep mentally projecting my misery towards you because I don't want you to go on this timeline without. This whole vibration is going on too, but don't let any of that shit deter you. You be about your spiritual alchemy and your hygiene and your meditations and the things that you do in your day that work for you, and you understand that this is where you're at. Okay, you may feel these tugs though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Phoenix is the ultimate expression of life, death, and rebirth. Hello, Scorpio. She allows self-destruction to take hold, tearing apart the old so that a new, more enlightened being can take shape. You can see the intelligent process of the life and death cycle all the time. One season sheds into another, one day drifts into the past, and allows a new day to enter the present. The bush loses one brilliant bloom so that a new rose can flourish. Phoenix is lighting a blaze in your life. You are about to embark on a fresh journey, but before you can welcome the new, you must be willing to shed something old. This can be banishing work under this full moon. Normally, now this is just my personal, you take it as you will. You have to do what feels right for you and learn your own path. But, excuse me. I don't really normally like to do banishing on a full moon. Unless I just really feel like, ooh, shoot, I gotta clear this shit out. Okay. But if I did it on a moon, it would be this one. However, I really like to preserve full moons for celebratory energy. Sure, like if you need to grieve something that is no longer in this cycle or you've been moving out for more than one cycle, whatever. But I like to celebrate, and that's just my vibe for the full moons. And also it's the Wesak or the Vesak full moon. It's such a beautiful time of like spiritual unity, auspicious abundance and blessing, like visualizing, doing like the, I'm hearing a mantra. Ad Gure Name Siri Guru. Is that Ad Gure Name? Jugat Gure Name. Is it? Yeah. That's what it is. It's spelled AADGURA So it's this meditation. You can Google it and check it out a lot. We'll teach it. And you chant it or you sit with it and visualize like these rays surrounding the earth. These are very much the type of meditations and things that people would be doing right now. I like what is it? Jagadish? Anyway, you can Google. I have my favorite versions of it. I love spiritual song in many different cultures. So I'm an air sign. I love beautiful sound when I meditate. So Ad Gure Name is a great one. There's some great Steve Noble. Wasn't my Facebook page. I was sharing a meditation that I thought was really nice to do today to release like anxiety and tension and stuff. But I don't know. Listen, maybe you do this as like a burning. I mean, we're in the burning seasons now. We've passed Beltane. We are in May season. You know what I'm saying? Burning rituals are great. Spiritual baths are great. Maybe you couple that. Maybe you're like, I'm hearing, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Okay. was that for? Ew, now when we channeled this song for a hot minute back, was it last year? Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want some. This is a clingy energy. Ugh. It's going to be that way in the collective for a little while. Probably, I'm dead ass with you, probably like the rest of the year. It's a 9-year. We're closing out cycles. We in our hermit vibes. We really just chilling in our houses. We getting our money right. We paying our debts off. You know, it's that kind of year. We cleaning up. We getting right. Our house is going to be looking good. We're going to have strong, firm foundations because next year is a 10. It's the wheel of fortune. Like all the wheels going to turn. We calling it in. Okay, you with me? Right. So it's just a sticky, icky. I'm hearing, it's getting sticky. Okay, it's a song, y'all. It's about fighting too. Ew, whatever. We are not concerned. Rebuke it as spirit sees fit in service of the highest and best good, all the way the fuck back ×3 to the sender. We ain't doing none of that over here. Child, probably couldn't even get to my house. Come on now. Listen. What picture was that? I never saw that. This is what we are on over here, okay? Abundance, creativity, fertility, growth, love, lust, marriage, other worlds, passion, pleasure, psychic abilities, purification, sensuality, union, vision, warmth, youth. I'm doing Taurus shit. Okay, Beltane energy type things over here. Virgo hermit things over here. Don't come over here. That's the lower tier, the lower frequency of that, you know, scorpionic energy who wants to have some kind of fight, who wants it to be, I want you to be indebted to me so that I feel like I'm in control of something. You thought we ain't control? I think you're crazy, right? Who do you think you are? Ha, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? That's that underbelly of the scorpionic frequency. Honey, no. You can control your reactions. You can try to put as much effort into controlling, like, I want to tailor my self. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things within yourself that you can work on. But you trying to play games to control other people because you don't feel in control of yourself? Nah, we don't do that over here. We're evolving. You know what I mean? Yeah, just to address that real quickly. Okay? She allows self-destruction to take hold, tearing apart the old so that the new, more enlightened. Okay, there's an energy here about making a sacrifice. And you can't be like, yes, I will sacrifice this for the betterment of the highest and best good, for the betterment of myself. I know it's not good for me. This can be addictions as well. This can be addicting things that control you, or control dynamics with addiction. I think, again, 8th house maybe could be taboo, sensuality, sexuality type things as well. But this is like, you can't keep running back and grabbing. This is what I'm seeing. Let me just tell you, and I'm trying to articulate it. So it's like someone goes up and they're like, right? They're in this ritual and it's like everyone's around. They put their sacrifices up on the altar, but somebody keeps trying to like reach, but it's like a little kid and their mom's holding their other hand talking about, get over here, right, stand in this line. I said, and the kid's trying to like reach back on the altar like, right? Give me, like trying to grab. No, we can't do that because that wasn't a sacrifice. You get where I'm going with that? Something here. Now I'm also tapped into a frequency of a message, something like the same person you trying to reach back and about damn near tear your shoulder. Okay, your higher self, your team and spirit. Look, imagine they're taking this arm and pulling you in this direction. Here you go, you're trying to reach. Nuh-uh. You're gonna pop your whole shoulder out of socket reaching backwards. Don't do that. That's not, your energy is fully taken at that time. There's nothing to manifest with. There's nothing to focus on the new timeline with. You're going to pop down the middle, or either you're going to shoot. Spirit showing me popping a rubber band all the way back to that bottom level timeline. And it's not in judgment. It's just like, why would you work so hard to like train yourself to run up to the 25th step? But then you just done fell all the way back down to like the 5th step. For what? It's going to be a lot more training to go back up there. Am I going to tell you could never go back up there? No. Child. You ain't going to get another year full of energy. Honestly, the next year or two, I dare say. You know how I feel about it, though. Last year, this year, the next year. You ain't going to get a window like this for damn near another. I don't know. I would dare say, for real, I love you so much. I ain't trying to lie to you. I don't know if you would get that kind of opportunity again in this lifetime. I really don't. You can see the intelligent process of the life and death cycle all the time. One season sheds into another, one day drifts into the past, and allows a new day to enter the present. The bush loses one brilliant bloom so that the next new rose can flourish, right? Yes. Phoenix is lighting a blaze in your life. You are about to embark on a fresh journey. So perhaps it's like maybe you're at the point this full moon in Scorpio and you're like, yep, I know exactly what I need to write down and burn and work on and let go and release. Maybe you do. Maybe you feel like, girl, I done had so many damn burn cycle years back to back to back and a release. It was taken, it was died. Oh shit, I didn't even know I was supposed to be letting that go. It got took, right? Now, this is kind of how I feel right now. Here I am in 2025 and I'm like, oh, I'm ready. I've been hot, sitting, trotting right directly to this new timeline. I saw the convergence. I have sacrificed so much already. I'm so ready. It's ridiculous. Let's go. That's how people feel. And I feel like we do have those forerunners. You know, there's always going to be those people because they got to go up ahead and like stake it out for us. Like I said, hold the foundation, put the poles in up there for us, lay some concrete and stuff. That way other people can come on ahead and fill out those rooms and help. So we may find ourselves at different places, right? Okay, take it as you will. Phoenix is lighting a blaze in your life. You are about to embark on a fresh journey, but before you can welcome the new, you must be willing to shed something old. There's that snake energy, the year of the wood snake. If you want to ground it and call it in, you got to have either already letting the shit go or be ready to let it go now. Okay, you can't, it's only two hands. It's only one crossroad. I don't know. I hear it like this. Do not consider this process to be a sacrifice. Oh, adjust our perspective. Very Uranus and Taurus coming through. Listen. Instead, consider it to be a trade or an upgrade rather than a loss. For what you will receive in return will have been much improved from what you have now. Ooh, we claim it. And you might be surprised at what that looks like, but we claim it. Even if you are happy with your current situation, pulling this card is a sign that there are even bigger and better things just over the horizon. Additionally, Phoenix represents a breakthrough or a significant change in circumstances. What you have inquired about today is nearly at its end. In this way, Phoenix represents the hope of a new beginning. I'm hearing just around the river bend. You may be the lucky receiver of a financial windfall. Ooh, we claim it, Spirit, okay? You may suddenly find the solution to a long-term problem or move past troubles in a relationship. Be at peace, for all will be well, and all shall be well, and all is well. You know what I'm saying? I had a candle one time, and I remember burning. It had that phrase written on it. Yes, I've always had them candles. He was like, you always had them candles, haven't you? Yeah. And probably always will. It just gives me hope, you know? You know what else it also feels like is that the sacrifice might be an entire paradigm shift. Like, what do you mean I'm not even going to be following this whole set of beliefs that I grew up with from the time I was a child anymore? I can't see any of this differently. Now what? And Spirit's like, just come on. Your higher team and self is like, you know, we always over here, we work with energies that serve the highest and best good and harming none. Okay, so just to clarify. I'm going to write paradigm shifts. I'm also going to write sacrifice and banishing, because we talked about that. I'm seeing where I was looking up happy together, the temptations was passing like as a suggestion. Temptation is popping out for real, because the what is dying, which fertilizes the growth, right? Scorpio bottom. Taurus is fixed earth. That's what's growing out of the top. But Scorpio understands you've got to have good death. You've got to have a good death sacrifice, organic material that's dead in the soil to have healthy growth. That is the way that it works because it keeps everything in balance. There's something about temp. I'm hearing, that is just emotions taking me over. I'm hearing the R&B. Was it Child, not Beyonce, but what you call it, covered it. But isn't that originally the Bee Gees? Caught up in sorrow, lost in a song. But if you could come. Oh, yeah, we're not going to keep singing that. No, 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 no. Spirit is just letting us know, okay? Temptation, because it's like, please, will you telling me, please, hey, please. What's with the songs? I think it's just a lot of emotions. You know, and songs are an emotional place because, woo, I'm hearing so much music left and right. Maybe you and a person used to connect through music. Maybe Spirit is giving you a message that you don't need. You know how, look, I call it the sad girl spiral of love and light. Well, it's like, have you ever had a friend and bless? Okay, right. It's just not me. I don't want to go more sad, my sad. Like, oh, I'm going to sit and listen to these sad songs and I'm just already feeling, it's 12:12. I'm already, damn, that means we've been here an hour. I'm feeling so sad, and I'm not mocking it because some people process their emotions in different ways, but I'm saying that's not going to be a good place to be right now because it's going to lower your energetic vibration and possibly it could attract. I mean, if you need to feel your emotions, go have you a nice spiritual bath, cleanse yourself. You know what I mean? Maybe you journal. Let's just not dwell and dwell and dwell because Scorpio is already, I mean, I'm seeing somebody, there we go again, pressing you back down underwater. I'm so heavy, heavy in the... Don't make yourself heavy intentionally, right? Gosh, you guys, there's more points. I mean, Pluto square and Mercury, we could really talk about. It's kind of just this whole rooting in truth and not rooting in illusion. Let's write that down, though. Rooting into truth, not illusion. Okay, remember we talked about this Neptune in Aries is beautiful, it's powerful, it's courageous, it's bold. But some people who are not doing self-awareness work, they do not have your best interest in mind. They're not serving the collective. They're in service of self. And that takes you into a whole different paradigm shift of, you know, inverted black Saturnian upside down world. Okay. Strange upside down, inorganic. Ooh, you find yourself on different timelines there when you fuck with that energy. Okay. So that's not what we're doing over here. We want to have awakenings and breakthroughs. Okay. Even if, whoop, we got to kind of, I'm seeing the big scissors. You know, the memes are always like, or what's that girl that does that dance and she's like clapping her hands, talking about you can't just cut people off. It's a big rooting into truth. It's like you wake up and you're like, oh, they don't have me fucked up and I'm done with it. And then boop. And then it's just like you have a radical new beginning. You know what I mean? We don't want to be leaning into radical child delusions. Oh no, not radical delusions. Oh no, we rebuke it and return it to the sender. Ooh, no, 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 not with Neptune and Aries, okay? Not with Saturn. Trying to finish out these Pisces degrees, all right? And a full moon and a black moon Lilith in Scorpio. Friends, we do not want to be in radical delusion. We don't. We need to... Okay, so... Before we go, Spirit, is there any tarot that we need to add to this? You guys, I feel like it was such a good, you know, big, round, packed out message. The energy was really present. It's been that way, though. But, you know, Scorpio energy, very psychic. Whoop, very intuitive. Yeah, keep your head down. Keep your crown covered. You tucked in the pocket. What are you working on? This is very Virgo, you know, what is your Mirakesh soul purpose? Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're learning a new craft. Maybe you're building your business or in your career, you're studying. So I don't know. This is giving like study, practice, focus on what I'm building and it's transforming me. You know, rebuild. Oh, okay. Yes. New visions, inspirational ideas. Maybe you're planning a travel trip and you're just like, oh, I'm focused on this work. I'm about to travel. I got a summer trip. I'm planning it. I'm over here. I'm focused. I'm transforming. There's a flame that's been relit in my soul and I'm rising from the, ooh, I love it. I love the energy in the cycles of almost. What was it though? It went back. Yeah, Seven of Swords. You better get the foot back. I'm sorry. Get a rebuke. Get your okay. You see what I'm saying, spirits? We're focused. We're completing cycles. We have new visions. You know, we all got work to do. Okay, let's limit our time on electronics. The Hermit's always going to encourage you to seek inner quietude and solitude, meditation, less. What the? Do y'all see that? We weren't even shuffling. Maybe it flipped and I missed it. That's weird. Y'all, if you've never worked with a Modern Witch Tarot, she don't miss. I'm trying to tell you. I love the mini versions too because my hands are a little bit smaller, but Six of Pentacles, you're going to reap the rewards of your hard work. You know, don't give up on your vision. You've had it for a reason. Mental negativity of the mind. And look, she's looking at her phone. She's closing her laptop though. We are going to stop fucking around with love and light. This stuff that drains our energy, okay? You got to decrease your time. Be mindful of the propaganda machines, the social media boxes. Just be mindful, okay? The Hermit year, the wood snake is so important. So important. I cannot impress upon you enough. And all these cycles were resetting. Saturn resetting, Neptune resetting, Pluto moving into Aquarius, child. Call your power back to you. Understand how much power, how much co-creative, manifesting, healing abilities you have. You're a divine sovereign being. Reclaim your power. This is what we're doing. We're manifesting whole new timelines, okay? That takes focus. You have to change your mental cycles. This is the end of an old mental cycle where you used to kill yourself with your thoughts. Mentally, you know what I'm saying? Dang, I probably should have phrased that differently. Oh, and I really feel like that's it on the tarot. Yes, beautiful. We love to see our hard work paying off. The reciprocation we were looking for from the people that we cut out, or the situations or the jobs, or the even the harmful past patterns and versions of ourselves. Now we can be back in like a more harmonic flow with the abundance of the universe. Maybe you're teaching, there's teaching energy. Maybe you got a new teacher. There's time alone. Don't be afraid to spend time alone. Okay, again, we're working on a craft. We're learning. There's a lot of newness too, okay? Newness, new visions, new opportunities. This is like you had the vision in the Two of Wands, but now it's like your ships are coming in type of energy. Now opportunities are going to come to meet you based on what you've been working on manifesting, right? Oh, yes. I love this energy for us. Okay, you guys, I hope you take good care. Enjoy. Happy Vesak full moon. Happy flower moon to you. Stay grounded out there. I look forward to connecting with you soon, okay? Love you. Bye.